How you doing, class? I'm going to go over unemployment. I know I'm not here. I'm going to go over unemployment, poverty, and inflation real quick. So just make sure you pay attention, and I'll give you the YouTube channel for this on Google Classroom. We're going to go over unemployment, poverty, and inflation. There are 4 types of unemployment: frictional unemployment, employment that takes place when no one is looking for a job; seasonal unemployment, employment that occurs as a result of harvest schedules, vacations, or whatever; structural unemployment, unemployment that occurs when workers' skills do not match the job; and then finally cyclical unemployment, where employment arises because of economic downturns, things like that. Calculating the unemployment. It's very simple to calculate the unemployment. You have the unemployment rate is equal to the amount of people unemployed divided by the labor force and multiply that by 100. So the unemployed are people that are actually looking for work, and people work in the labor force is people working and looking for work. Okay? Special conditions of unemployment. There's underemployment, people that work at a job for which no one is qualified or works part-time. Working poor, people who are employed but still unable to support themselves. And then discouraged worker, a person who gives up, a person that just doesn't want to work, look for a job anymore. Poverty. Poverty is income insufficient to support a family or household. Poverty threshold and guidelines are important. Poverty thresholds are a measure of how many categories of statistics and data are used to identify poverty. Poverty guidelines are the measure and policies that help identify what should be done about thresholds. So if you look at this is the 2018 poverty level. If you see for one person income, $12,000 is the poverty threshold. And if you go all the way over here at 8 people, 400% of the federal poverty level is at $165,000. Pretty incredible. I give you the absolute types of poverty, absolute poverty, relative poverty, situational poverty, and generational chronic poverty. Types of homelessness, I list these 2, situational, episodic, or chronic. Who experiences homelessness? Single adults, usually the elderly with no family ties. Very important. Families with children, veterans, people with mental and physical disabilities, drug addiction, youth and young people who are thrown out of a stable living situation, and domestic violence victims. And these are some of the common causes of homelessness. You can look at it. I talk about the types of inflation. Okay, chronic, creeping, walking, moderate, running, galloping, and hyperinflation. Okay, so that's the end of my Google slides, but here's what I'm going to do. I am going to now give you some information about how to calculate unemployment. So let's say we have 160,000 people that are unemployed. Let me go back to my formula so I get it right. Oh, too far. Okay, so the unemployment rate, say there's 160,000 people that are unemployed and the labor force is 320,000. Okay, so what we do is we divide 160 by 320,000 and then you multiply that by 100. Okay, I'm going to do some real quick math. If 160,000 divided by 320, that should be 0.5. And you multiply that by 100. That's 50%. 50% unemployment rate. So when I give you the worksheets to do, you'll have this YouTube video, and you'll also be able to use the formula. I sent a couple videos. One of them is on the unemployment rate. The other one is understanding unemployment and using the FRED data. So if you, when you look at this video, you can stop it, you can rewind it, and whatever else you need to do. But this will help you when you start looking at the sheet in order to try to calculate unemployment rate. Thank you.